Hi, welcome back again. Uh, I think I have spoken about contractions in one of the previous classes. The contractions, what I spoke to you in one of the previous classes, are the formal contractions. Formal contractions are those contractions which you can find the contracted words in any of the printed formats. Like in the textbooks, I asked you to underline the contractions using the green color pencil only in the textbook. The contractions could be, the formal contractions could be seen in the newspapers, in the magazines, and also in the handbills what we get in the advertisement form. So these are all the contractions which are formal. Now today I'm going to talk about informal contractions, because when I gave you the homework or a little assignment as to find out the contractions from the textbooks, many of you had used the Google to give the contraction forms, which was not correct at all, because in Google you find two contraction forms. One is formal contraction and one was informal contractions. I clearly had mentioned you people to use only your textbooks, the second lesson or the second poem or the third lesson or the third poem, whatever was pertaining in your textbook. If you use Google without using your textbooks and dictionaries, you would certainly fall on confusions, because this is not the time to use the Google. It is the time only for the dictionaries and the textbooks. So for those students who have used Google to send the contractions which were not formal, they are informal. Now let me talk today about informal contractions. Well, to make you very clear, informal contractions are those contractions which we use only in our communication when we speak to somebody else. We use informal contractions in our communication just to reduce the sentences or to shorten the sentences. Example I would like to take is, now if I take an example, I would like to go to market and get a bunch of grapes and a banana, and on the way back home I would like to share it to my friend. So if the same statements, if I make a little faster in a regular usage also, or a regular language, it would be like this. I would like to go to the market, get a bunch of grapes and a banana, and then on the way back home I would like to share it to my friend. This is the regular language. But if I use informal contractions in between the sentences, the language would become like this. I would like to go to the market, get a bunch of banana and the grapes. On the way back home, I would like to share to my friend. Understood? I used contractions in between. I'll repeat the statement once again. I would like to go to the market, get a bunch of grapes and banana. On the way back home, I would like to share it to my friend. What happens if you use informal contraction in between the sentence? First thing, what happens is it reduces the length of the statement. Second thing, of course, yes, we being Indians, we could catch up the accent of America, or we could catch up the American accent of speaking if we use the informal contractions in between our sentence. And the third and most important thing is that our language seems to be extremely stylish and improvised. Okay, children, now let us take into the examples on the mat. So if I take an example, the informal contractions, I have taken only few examples. Would have would becomes woulda. Should have becomes shoulda. Should not have becomes shouldna. Okay, that was the train. Let us just wait for it to pass. Should not have or shouldn't have becomes shouldna. Must not have becomes mustna. Must have becomes muster. Might have can become mighter. Okay, if I take an example of statements, it would be like this. I have a statement for you all. What have you got for your lunch? This is the way we speak. But when we use the informal contractions, when we bring the contractions in an informal way and the informal contractions to our communication aspect, it becomes like this. What have you got for your lunch becomes what you got to lunch. I repeat, what have you got for your lunch becomes what you got to lunch. The second one would be, I smile because I am happy. If I use informal contractions, it becomes I smile because I'm happy. Okay, here I can even reduce this I am to am. I smile because I'm happy, just am could also be replaced. I smile because I'm happy. Forget it I and a, forget I and a. You can even reduce the statement using informal am there. Okay, I smile cause am happy. The next statement. We should tell them the truth. Okay, here I use the informal contraction to bring in between. We should tell them the truth. As I told you here, we can also use just simple M. Here I have just in the same way used only D. Okay, we should tell him the truth. We should tell him the truth. I hope you understood, children. As I just gave you little examples or fewer examples on contraction words, informal contraction words, and I also told you how it could be used in the statements. Today what you're supposed to do is, I will not give you any of the worksheets or anything as such. Your work today on informal contractions are those that you should watch one of the English movie in one of the English channels. If you don't have English channels, watch the BBC News or watch some of the English series, and then try to take 10 sentences out of the movie what you watch, or the series what you watch, or the BBC or the NDTV News what you watch. I prefer BBC rather than NDTV. So watch BBC News. If you don't have BBC News, kindly go into the YouTube and watch into one of the previous BBC channels news, and then try to make your own 10 sentences, catch 10 sentences onto what they are speaking, try to speak in the same accent, video record today, and then send it to us with your stylish, confident, informal contractions used in your communications. Thank you so much. Love you all.